Hey, today we're going to be talking about how to save for buying a house while renting an apartment. Hey everyone, Eric Bible with the Bible team at Neo Home Loans. So common question that we're getting on a day-by-day basis. Hey, Eric, that's great. We want to buy a house, but how can we save money while we're renting? Common scenario that one is placed in. I look back when my wife and I first purchased our first home, we were renting, newly married, same scenarios. How can we save with rent constantly going out each month, as well as your monthly expenditures? So really, starting ground, setting a budget. Yes, we all know, everybody said, set a budget. Well, what does that really mean? So what my wife and I did was we sat down and looked at one another and said, okay, what are our must-haves? What are the things that we are due every single month? No questions asked, have to be paid. There's no way around it. And that becomes, your housing expense, utilities, your insurance, food, gas. So really listing out those each and every month of what's due. Then simultaneously, okay, how much are we bringing in each month? You start going through that and you look at, okay, hey, here are my necessities. Here's what's coming in. My wife and I then just basically identified, okay, here is what we have left over once all those components are met. Then we started getting even more granular and talking about, okay, well, we like to go out to dinner. We like to get our, Starbucks fix. We like to go and do fun things, not just kind of sit and stare at one another, even though that's a lot of fun, but it can get pretty boring. So here we made a separate column, understanding, okay, here is going out to dinner. Here is, movie night, date night, taking the kids out, whatever that looks like, have that column. We then identified, okay, here are the must-haves, here are the things we like to do, here is what's left over after each and every month. And we started just kind of toying around with the have-nots, that kind of discretionary spending, and really identified that, hey, there's a lot of leftover funds here that we're not, we could be putting to better use. So there we created a secondary account, and each month we auto deposited a predetermined amount each month into that account. Simultaneously, so that really setting up the budget piece, but simultaneously we were discussing, after we got married, hey, we want to purchase a home. So we met with a mortgage professional, talked through, hey, here's our hopes, wants, dreams. This is what we're looking for. And there the mortgage professional went through our pre-approval and said, hey, this is what you can purchase. This is what that monthly payment will look like. So in our example, we were currently paying $1,850 for rent, but wanted to buy a home that was, $500,000. Commanded a payment around $2,600. So what my wife and I decided at that point was, okay, we're going to take the difference between the $1,850 and the $2,600, and we're gonna now make that our new housing expense. So each month, the $2,600 was, we had basically mentally prepared ourselves that $2,600 now was our new housing expense. And we took that $750 difference and moved it in automatically into that new account that we set up to now, basically mentally prepare ourselves for one, this new housing payment that was coming, but more importantly, setting it to where now we can save that additional funds automatically. So it's, no thought into it. It just automatically debits each month when the rent was. So we were now, not only were we preparing ourselves for that payment, but more importantly, we were saving money each and every month over and above what we were already earmarked from the exercise that we did earlier. And there, we really got specific around our goals and decided that, hey, added eat out during the week, having food ordered in. Well, hey, we're gonna make food at home. We stopped buying lunch during the day. We started packing our own lunch, stopped going to Starbucks. Those little things that, yes, everybody talks about, but really when you start getting granular through those different items that you're just, kind of not thinking about, you swipe your card and move on to the next. Well, all those things really add up. And before you knew it, after a few short months, my wife and I were put into a position of, we were now able to go and purchase that home that we had always wanted. And fast forward, that home is kind of now transformed into our the home that we're currently in. And it was all based on us getting very, very disciplined around saving while we were renting. And again, I know it's not easy. It's not something that, well, hey, flick of the wrist and it's done. It definitely takes some input, some thought, buy-in from the people around you, and really guidance. And this is really where my team and I, take a ton of pride. We love working with first-time homebuyers, and really homebuyers of any stature, but anyone that is really wanting to carve out a plan to put them in a position of where they can become homeowners. That is really what we thrive on. And with that, we would absolutely love the opportunity to point you in that direction. Please reach out to my team and I today. And again, if you like what you're seeing here, please like, subscribe, and comment.